Hello everyone! Early last month we got a surprise DLC announcement for Planet Crafter. This expansion will feature a whole new planet for us to explore. At the time it looked like this would be a little ways off, as the developers stated during the 1.0 update blog that they were only just thinking about DLC and it would take them a bit of time. While I was thinking more along the lines of a year or maybe 2, Biomes thought 6 months was more than enough time. As in yet another surprise earlier this week, they announced the release date for this DLC. Planet Humble, as it is called, will release next week on the 9th of October. Looking at this trailer, we can see a few new items and mechanics, alongside the entire new planet of course. So I compiled a list of everything we know about Planet Crafter's first DLC, Planet Humble. Planet Humble will be half the size of the unnamed planet we explored during the main game. There are plenty of new biomes to explore, and while some will feel familiar, there's a lot we haven't seen before, like this massive tree growing underground with a golden glow. The world seems to be evenly split between above ground locations and caves, which look a lot more interesting than the caverns we find in the base game. There's also a lot more emphasis on exploring this time around. While before we would discover small ships scattered around the planet, this time there isn't only more of that, but also larger structures. Like this big building that looks like it was used by the previous explorers, as there's no machines around, so they wouldn't be planet crafters. But there are free Rover garages around. From this we can deduce that people are free to come and go to this planet. However, there are a lot of human-made machines that look old and broken. And according to the Steam page, this is classified as an unknown world. So I imagine we are the first to step foot on Humble in a very long time. Talking about the Rover, the surface looks way more built for driving around as the terrain is pretty flat. Now this won't only be great for getting around quickly, but also building. If you play with friends, there is some great news. Not only are you able to play in Humble together at launch, but only one person has to own the DLC. As long as that person hosts the server, everyone can join, even if they do not own the expansion. During the trailer, we got to see a few interesting things. First up, an item that looks like a shiny egg. Now I'm not sure what this is used for, but it's probably important. This could mean that instead of learning about an ancient civilization, we get to learn about the creatures that used to roam this planet, and maybe even hatch one. But that part is just speculation. In this next part, I thought I saw a new tier of drills, but on closer inspection it seems like they are inactive and broken. This makes me wonder what they were trying to dig up back then, and it's probably something that we'll discover once the DLC is out. There will be new items to play with as well, but we got to see one of them during the trailer. Sadly, we did not see what the use for it is, but it looks to be some sort of furnace for smelting ores, as you can see fire come out the top. And this is everything we know about the upcoming DLC. I did read that there were gonna be some mechanical changes, however they will also be incorporated into the main game. And of course the DLC is gonna be another planet that we can terraform, even though we didn't really get to see much of that, or any of that during the trailers. It is crazy to think that 6 months ago, when the 1.0 update was released, the developers were only just thinking about adding new planets as DLC. And well, here we are! I can't wait to explore Humble and all the things that it will bring. If you want to follow my journey, then be sure to subscribe, as on October 9th, we will head to the new planet and terraform it. See y'all then.